The 2021 season is obviously fast approaching now. How are your preparations coming along on a personal note?
I'm really enjoying the preparation side of things. It's just nice to be able to get out of the house, come into Grace Road and try and get better at playing cricket. It's coming along really well. I think we've been focusing quite a lot on the white ball side of things this side of the half-term break. That's definitely a part of my game that I wanted to explore for a while and I want to get better at. So there's great strides to be made. I'm quite enjoying trying some new things and sort of finding out where I sit.
You spent a lot of time during the winter back home in Karachi, Pakistan. Sort of just cricket aside for a second, was that a nice break for yourself to sort of go back, unwind and recharge for the season coming?
It was wonderful to go back home. I think it was really nice to be able to spend some time with my family, especially with the current circumstances. It's time spent with family is definitely gold dust right now. The weather was unbelievable. It was mostly like mid-20s and just pleasant. It provided the perfect opportunity to go out and work on something that I needed to work on.
Yeah, you've sort of alluded to it a couple of times already. You being you can't go away and not pick up a bat for a certain period of time. So what sort of cricket were you playing out there?
One of the reasons for the trip was to just try and get some volume in, sort of before Christmas, just hit as many balls as possible. Obviously, in Pakistan, you have people lining up to bowl, so it's quite easy to get someone to chuck balls at you. So I wanted to make the most of that opportunity and work on areas of my game that I haven't explored as much over the years.
Yeah, no, I think from what I can gather, it was largely T20 cricket that you was playing over there, and that's one of those areas that you're aware of that you need to expand your game in?
Definitely. I think over the years, T20 is the format that I've probably played the least, even coming up through club cricket and academy cricket. It's just a case of, it's a cliche, but finding myself and finding my feet, working out where I'm best off, finding my boundary option, where my scoring areas are, how to get off strike in pressure situations. So that provided the perfect opportunity because I got to play quite a lot of games, and with no real consequences, it meant that I could play with freedom and try lots of different things.
To take it back slightly to last season, to reflect upon your performances, you only managed to make 5 appearances, obviously given the COVID-19 pandemic and the impact it had upon professional sport. How do you feel that your season went last year?
I think if I'm being completely honest, I think last season was disappointing for me. I fell below the standards that I was set for myself, but I think that is a part of the professional game, in a shortened season, you perhaps don't get as many opportunities to put things right over the course of the season. I quite relish the challenge of approaching next season with that behind me. So it's going to be a new start, and I'm just looking forward to playing cricket and enjoying it.
Do you think with last season that there could have been, and probably for everyone more, not just yourself, but an air of frustration in terms of you all had to wait so long to get back to playing cricket, and then when you were back playing cricket, there was only a short amount of time that you was going to play cricket in? Do you reckon there was a frustration there for a lot of you?
I think it was quite frustrating, especially over the lockdown period where the weather was so good. The sun was shining, and I was doing a lot of cycling, so I cycled past cricket grounds and see those pictures like baking in the sun, and all you want to do is pick up a cricket bat and hit some balls, and not being able to do that was frustrating. But I think in the context of a global pandemic, and considering what a lot of people are going through and have gone through, I consider myself very fortunate to have the privilege of having a steady income, having a job, something that I enjoy, and also the fact that Alhamdulillah, a lot of my family, most of my family stayed healthy, especially my immediate family. And I think there's no replacement for health, and it's a healthy dose of perspective.
And obviously during last season as well, you opened alongside two batsmen throughout the course of the season. Obviously, Ben Slater and then Sam Evans came in. Does the fact that you changed opening batsman partners halfway through the season sort of affect your game any as well, to know how they play and what sort of situations that they feel comfortable in?
I think it probably does have an impact on how you go about things, but I think that's part of the joy of playing cricket, is that you get to play with many different partners and you complement each other in different ways. It was really enjoyable opening the batsman with Ben Slater and seeing him in the form that he was in. Obviously, he scored lots of runs for Leicestershire whilst he was here. When we had a big partnership in the first game, and it was just fun to be able to watch someone at the peak of their powers. And then later on in the season, Sam, who's a very good friend of mine from back in from the Loughborough days, and I've batted with him quite a lot, so that was a different experience. It was just nice to be able to have a chat in the middle, and it was like picking up where we left off before. Obviously, we would have liked to have put on more runs together, but I think that will come in time. And it was fantastic to see him play the way he did, especially in the game against Durham. I think he really he would have taken a lot of confidence from that, and I think that he'll go a long way this season.
And earlier today, the T20 and the Royal London Cup fixtures were announced, so the start of the season seems to have got a lot closer than what it was previously. The Running Foxes fans, summer of cricket is finally sort of all planned out for them. How great would it be to see fans back down at the Upton Steel County Ground come the first fixture of the season against Hampshire in April?
It would be fantastic. I think it'll be. It's hard to describe how different the environment is with fans around, but I think it feels complete when they're there. I think your heart just swells when you walk off having done well, and the supporters come up and talk to you about cricket, and to see how much they enjoy it. It reminds you of why you play cricket, and I can't wait to have the fans back and be able to talk to them again.